Plant Fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is David. This is not my jungle, it's his car. And we're at the Lowe's.
In Bloomfield.
In Bloomfield.
Yeah.
So.
One of your favorite Lowe's ever. No, maybe not. Okay, that's a stretch.
I mean, I like it. It's one of my, it's one of my favorite locations.
Yeah.
Anyway, another day, another plant shopping
excursion
thing. So, yeah, we're at the Lowe's in Bloomfield, and we're going to go and see what kind of plants that they have. I don't have anything else to say.
Okay. No, we should go. Okay.
Okay, fam, so we're at the Lowe's in Bloomfield, Connecticut. I am just giving you a quick little overview of everything that they have in stock right now, and they surprisingly have a lot. There's a lot of stock here today. So we're gonna start over here. They do have a lot of clearance stuff, but we're gonna look at that later. Over here, they've got some trending tropicals. We see some ZZ Ravens down there, some not watermelon peperomias, raindrop peperomia, this beautiful Scindapsus Trubii Moonlight. They've got a handful of those. And then this is the Begonia Cracklin' Rosie. If you guys have seen my begonia videos, you'll know that I have a huge one of this, and I absolutely love it. So I'm excited to see them offering those, some little fiddles and some Birkins down here. Sago palms. We've got some peace lilies in here for $9. I like when they're in the self-watering pots already because it's definitely a thirsty plant. Much like this Syngonium. I think that's a white butterfly or a holly. Somebody said those like really light colored Syngoniums were called holly, so I don't know. I can't keep up with all the names. Anyway, this hanging basket here is cute for $22.98 from Live Trends with the little neon pothos in it. Definitely like the shape and the size of these. I like the ceramic ones that are not like as glossy. They have this cool texture at the bottom that I'm into. These are $26.98. Some more cute stuff down here from Live Trends, some Zero Graphicas, some cute little like winter themed globe thingies, a little polar bear in it. Super cute. I mean, $17.98 for an air plant that's gonna die, but it's cute for the time being, right? Some more assorted foliage over here from Live Trends in these cute little pots for $15.98 if you are into the polka dot thing. These are definitely super cute. I think that that's a croton, honestly, I don't know, an aglaonema with those little spots on it. Anyway, I am trying to get this recording sorted for you guys. I'm sorry, I'm doing a voiceover and my microphone keeps rubbing on everything, so I'm trying to figure it out how to get this to be a nice, clean recording for you guys. So I apologize for the start and stop, and hopefully it sounds okay now. So this calathea is super pretty. This little ripple peperomia is adorable as well if you can keep those alive. I cannot. This pot over here looks like a child made it for $18.98. Not really super into it, but if you like it, then you do you, boo. Don't let me stop you from buying something that you like. Some Zero Graphicas over there. Don't know if I said that already. And then we had some Hoyas hanging over here. I was happy to see that they had moved them from near the door since the last time I was here. $19.98 for these. They are the Hoya species Affinity Bertoniae. I think they are labeled as either Billabata or DS70, but I have a video about this, guys. I will link it for you if you want to check it out, the difference between them. And if you are looking for a Hoya that's going to bloom consistently for you, then that is definitely one that you're going to want to get your hands on. So super cute little Dieffenbachia over here for $4.98. Can't do those. Some heartleaf philodendron, some creepy bromeliads. We've got some cute little pink Phottonias down here. Some Dracaena, there's some Syngoniums over here hanging, lots of ivy. And then we've got some Rex begonias. If you're good at taking care of those and keeping them alive, they definitely like more water and humidity than some other plants, of course, because look at them, they're beautiful. I love the colors and the patterns that you get on begonias. So I like them. They just don't like me back. Like this beautiful pink, kind of silvery looking Rex begonia. Super cute. I've had one of those and it died. Even keeping it in the greenhouse, it still did not want to stay with me. So $6.98 for this one too. So many different varieties. So if you're in a more humid environment or you have some place where you water your plants a lot, maybe that would be a good option for you. And then this is the Alternanthera. Honestly, never heard of it. Thought it looked weird, like some herb in your garden that you killed by accident. Over here we have a Peperomia Isabella with these cute little baby leaves that are already falling off. Like this plant screams, kill me slowly and painfully. So we don't buy those. Cute little fern. Some pothos hanging over here, and then we've got some more Dieffenbachia, lots of snake plants. These make a really great gift for a new plant parent who's just trying to get into keeping house plants around because they're hard to kill. These Aglaonemas as well for $13.98. This is the Silver Bay. Super easy to care for, and they can get pretty big as well. Same as the pothos. They've got some beautiful orchids over here, which can definitely be a beginner plant as well. It kind of depends on the person and their space. So I try not to buy a plant for people unless I know exactly where it's going to go and their habits, if that makes sense. So lots of floor plants over here, some peace lilies, some Dracaena, some creepy ass bromeliads. And then we've got this beautiful Calathea medallion from Costa Farms for $14.98. They came out with these new little containers recently, but they are supposed to be coming out with new trending tropicals pots this year, new colors. So keep your eyes out for those. I'm excited to see what they have in store for sure, plant-wise and pot-wise. So I shop for pots just as equally as I shop for plants. So those bromeliads they've got in stock recently as well. Not as creepy because they don't have the blooms on them. You know how it is. Some leftover stuff from Christmas still hanging out over here, like the stupid cactus with the presents glued on them. Some more Dieffenbachia. There's no shortage of Dieffenbachia and snake plants in the stores right now. If you guys are looking for some really easygoing house plants, the Urban Jungle setup over here had some philodendron micans for $12.98. Not looking super happy, but you could definitely just cut off all the sad leaves and either propagate the happy ones or wait for it to grow new ones. It's a philodendron. It's very easy to care for. So these pots were kind of cute for $24.98. I like this peace lily that's in here because it's got the big wide leaves that I like. I don't particularly love these ones here with the more narrow leaves. I don't know, they could be the same plant and maybe one is just more mature, but they look different to me. So Calathea orbifolia here looking stunning. This is my favorite Calathea and the only one that I own. It is a little bit more easygoing compared to others. If you guys want me to do a video about Calatheas, I'm more than happy to, and like Marantas and prayer plants and stuff like that, and which ones are easier than others, because I'm able to keep the orbifolia pretty happy in my regular humidity without needing any extra. So definitely let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, kind of like my little tips and tricks on how I keep the humidity up around my plants without necessarily always needing to have a humidifier on. So anyway, more floor plants over here. Lots of different Dracaena varieties going on. Some more Dieffenbachia. Absolutely love this one. Do not know what this variety is called, but look at that variegation. It's beautiful. I can't have one of these even though I want one really badly. So if you guys know of any plants that have a similar variegation that won't make my cat's mouth go numb if he were to eat it, then definitely let me know. I like anything that looks kind of camouflage or tricolor like that. That's why I love my Aglaonema Pictum tricolor. So yeah, anyway, some Monstera deliciosa over here. Never a shortage of that. I remember when I had a hard time finding one a few years ago, which is kind of funny to think about now because they're literally everywhere. But that is the plant market sometimes. So gonna check out the clearance rack a little bit over here before we go. It seems to be mostly Christmas stuff though. I like to look just for the pots, if I'm being honest. Sometimes you get lucky and find a plant that just needs to be watered, or like these Aglaonemas down here that just need a little bit of love and they would probably be fine. So you never know what you can find on the Lowe's clearance rack. I would definitely rescue one of these Aglaonemas if I had room for it, but I'm trying to keep it to a minimum, you guys. I've definitely got way too many plants right now, and I'm trying to just focus on the ones that I have. So I'm more looking for pots right now, and then obviously there's a handful of plants that I'm on the hunt for, but I'm being very particular about the ones that I will buy right now. I don't like the plant ban or the no buy or putting a label on it or anything like that. I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful and not necessarily seek out specific plants. If I stumble upon them, so be it. But I'm not usually out here stumbling upon any rare Hoya in the shops that I'm going to. So it's not a thing. So I just really need to stop actively searching for Hoya is really what it is. Because if you haven't noticed, I've unboxed a lot of Hoya. So Lowe's had a lot of stuff. Yeah. Just not anything that I'm looking for. But they had a lot of plants. That's why I like that location, because they do at least have a lot of stock. Yeah, they have all the brands. They have Life Trends, they have Urban Jungle, they have Costa Farms. So now we're at the Home Depot that usually just has dead plants. I don't know if you guys remember. I'll link it for you over here.
This is the location of pain and despair.
Where it was literally just all dead. Like, it was just dead ferns. It was really depressing. So hopefully they've cleared out all the dead plants and maybe replaced them with new ones. 'Tis the season, right? Like, the holidays are over. So, like, this time in January is usually when a lot of places will start bringing back more houseplants gradually until spring. So spring is on the horizon.
Look at you, all hopeful. Who are you even?
I don't know. Winter just started like 2 weeks ago. Exactly. Anyway, let's go and see what they have and hope for some alive plants. Yes. Alive ones, not unalive.
Undead plants, zombie plants.
Okay, fam, we are at the Home Depot in Bloomfield, Connecticut, which usually is just a lot of dead plants. They did have this sign here, though, it says tropical event, and all the dying plants in the tropical event, apparently. It's fine. Everything is fine. They look like they at least have some alive plants over there on the other side that we're going to check out. This dead plant section is always sad, though, because Home Depot just doesn't do clearance. It's not up to them. It's like a third-party company, so don't get mad at Home Depot unless you're going to get mad at the fact that they just don't water their plants, apparently, or they waterboard them. Like literally they either drown them or they don't water them at all. So it's fine. Everything is fine. This Xerographica is a color I've never even seen one turn before. So that's what happens, I guess, when you don't water it for a long time. But they have these little propagations back here too that they've had for a long time that are just getting nastier and nastier every time I'm here. This was cute though, the 3 little cacti in the planter there. And then they had some sort of happy, sort of not alive floor plants over here, some palms, some dracaena. David was checking out this euphorbia. We definitely are euphorbia lovers around here. Super easygoing plants. There's more Dieffenbachia hiding over here. This Alocasia poly. We don't do these anymore. I have plenty of Alocasias. This is $16.98. And I keep them plenty happy, but that was my first one. And you know when a plant just kind of like leaves a bad taste in your mouth because it was maybe the first one that you had and you didn't know how to take care of it. And even though I probably could keep it alive now, I don't know. It's left a bad taste in my mouth, and every time I see it, I'm like, death. $10.98 for this Dieffenbachia over here. I thought that this Syngonium was really pretty as well. Some interesting looking coloring on the leaves. Another one of these beautiful Calathea with the cute little purpley backs. I thought that the pot was cute too with the darker on the bottom fading up into the light at the top. Trying to see the price on this one without dropping it. $19.98 for this one. Super cute. I would pay that much for a pot and plant combo that I was into for sure. Lots of assorted foliage over here. Nothing really out of the ordinary from what we've been seeing. Lots of croton. David is showing me this string of hearts that he found for $10.98. Not the happiest plant in the world, but still a really cool find in a Home Depot. If it was something that I didn't have, I probably would have picked it up to try and rescue it. Some Syngonium Marias over there. This really beautiful red Maranta in this really ugly hanging basket for $12.98. We also had these beautiful Monstera Adansonii that look like the mystery variety that I have. It's some sort of subspecies that I forget the name of. Could potentially be an acuminata. Not sure. It's got the flatter, more velvety leaves that I like. So if you've been interested in finding one of those Adansonii, they've definitely been popping up mostly in Home Depot, I've noticed. So I mean, it's one of my favorite plants. And so is this, the Marble Queen Pothos. I think this is a super underrated plant. Really easy grower, beautiful, stable variegation. And if you grow it really big, you can get fenestrated leaves, really big leaves. So don't underestimate the common ones. They're still beautiful too, like this Philodendron Brazil here for $19.98 from Costa Farms. Don't need rare plants all the time, you guys. The variegation on this Marble Queen and this Lemon Lime Maranta here is honestly more beautiful than some of my variegated plants. So, you know, you do you, boo. They're not always necessarily worth the hype, is all I'm saying. You can be just as happy with your common plants. We've got some Heartleaf Philodendron hanging over here. More golden pothos, and then this string of hearts that we were looking at before, $10.98. Seems to be the only one here, so I hope that somebody picked it up and rescued it before it was left to die any longer. So more Heartleaf Philos over here. Super cute and full plant. Super underrated in my opinion. I think that all of these common plants make really, really beautiful statement pieces. Like, look at this blue star fern. Isn't that stunning? I wish I could keep these happy. I had a small one for a while that I was sort of keeping happy, but I really just couldn't keep up with the watering on it. I only have a few thirsty plants, and I keep them all grouped together, and I make sure that I keep them in containers where I can water them where they are so that I don't forget every like 4 or 5 days to throw water at my begonias and my calathea and my homolemina that I have, and I have one little variegated maranta as well. So I try and make sure that I keep them all in the same place and that I water them all consistently around the same time. So some more trending tropicals over here, some aglaonemas, more raindrop, peperomias, Peperomia polyboitra, I think is the botanical name for that one. Some more Vigoro stuff. I only see this brand usually at Home Depot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they tend to have some pretty healthy plants. There's some Dracaena over there, ponytail palms. And then over here we've got some cute little pink syngoniums for, what does that say, $6.98? I couldn't see it. Hopefully you saw it. I love when there's like a terracotta pot that's not actually a terracotta pot. It's just a catch pot or like a cover pot so that I can use it, because I don't like to plant directly into terracotta because it tends to dry up my plants a lot, and I'm an underwaterer, so I like the look of it but not the actual terracotta. So that was Home Depot.
Yeah.
They still had a couple of dead ferns. They had them hiding where you couldn't see them. But then otherwise, they did get some new stuff. So, I mean, if you're looking for an Adansonii that may potentially be... Yeah, but it was the velvety, like, flat leaf one. So it might be the acuminata, or I forget what the other name is. There's a few different ones. And that one's my favorite. So I would definitely snag one if I didn't have it. Plus it was cute in that little...
Yeah, those are nice.
Those are really ugly colors, but you have to repot it. Like, who would leave it in that terrible burgundy plastic?
It's not a good color.
No, it's not a good color at all. So anyway, that's really that. So I'm going to be going to the Lowe's in Danbury without him because I'm going home. But...
See you there?
Yeah.
But I won't.
So I'll see you there. He won't see you. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, fam. So later in the day, David's not here anymore. It's fine. We're at the Lowe's in Danbury. So last time we were here was before Christmas, and they had pretty much just a bunch of poinsettias. So now that it's after Christmas, we're hoping that they don't have all the poinsettias anymore and that they actually brought in like some new plants. I don't know. So let's go find out. Hopefully they have something interesting to look at, even if it's not the plants I've been looking for, which, to recap, are the Baltic Blue Pothos and the Philodendron Squamiferum. Somebody tell me how to say it, please. Sweet baby Jesus. Anyway, let's go see what they have. All right, so now we are at the Lowe's in Danbury. I was just showing you some global green, but we're going to come back around to it. I'm giving you a quick little overview of everything that they have here. There was a few people in here, so I moved through pretty quickly. Plus, they didn't really have anything that we haven't seen already, but they did have a lot of plants. Like over here, they have this whole entire table of trending tropicals. Up in front here, we've got the Rhaphidophora hayi, or the shingle vine. Behind it is the ZZ Raven. We've got the Trubii, and then this begonia that I don't know the name of. It's hard for me to keep track of all the different names of the cane begonias. I really only know the names of the ones that I have in my collection. If you guys are curious about my collection, I will link that video for you now if you want to check it out. But yeah, I have a hard time remembering all the names of even the ones that I do have in my collection sometimes. So there's that. Anyway, really beautiful Trubei. Definitely recommend grabbing one of those if you see them. Super beautiful, easygoing plant. There's some more trending tropicals over here, some more Peperomia, Polyboitra, and then lots and lots of Dieffenbachia. Definitely no shortage of Dieffenbachia in the stores right now. Another Calathea, I forget the name of, for $27.98 in this pot from Live Trends. This one I thought was super cute too, with the little distressed look. Oh man, I can't even talk today. You guys, I've redone this voiceover like 7 times because my microphone hates me. So I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. Anyway, some staghorn ferns hanging up over there. Then they have these cute little air plant holders. Love these. Just wish they wouldn't glue the air plants in. Like I've said before, they're just gonna die. I mean, I'm kind of an air plant killer anyway. So there's that. But my Xerographica is still alive, and I think that's just because it's bigger, so it can go a little bit longer without water. I forget to water them. I'm sorry. $24.98 again for this pot that I like with the cute Calathea in it. I'm kind of digging the whitewash one. It's like a grayish white. I might have to snag one of those when I find one with a plant in it that I don't hate. Or, you know, like I said before, I'm kind of not necessarily on a plant ban. I'm being cautious about the plants that I'm buying. I'm trying to consolidate my collection, trying to merge my collection with my boyfriend's. We do have a lot of the same plants, so it's kind of silly to have a bunch of them. I've pretty much just been getting rid of things that don't bring me joy in general, including my plants, you know, Marie Kondoing it. And if you're not making me happy, then you gotta go. So yeah, that is my story with that. I have been collecting plants that I no longer want to kind of make sure that I make them available for you guys, but it is winter, so I don't want to ship the plants in winter. So if you have been waiting for my plant purge on Instagram, you didn't miss it. I haven't done it yet. So there's that. Looking at this global green one last time before we go, absolutely loving mine. Mine came out with this beautiful leaf that has this creamy variegation on it. I have to show you guys. So I will post it either on my Instagram or like up on my community page, because I don't know what this plant is doing. I don't know if it's like a sport variegation. It's the most recent leaf to come out on that vine, so I'm really curious to see what the next one is going to look like. That is one of those plants that doesn't have the most exciting variegation in the world, but I love how subtle it is, and you never know what you're going to get with each new leaf is exciting. Kind of like the Philodendron Brazil. You never really know what the variegation is going to look like leaf to leaf. So some more assorted foliage over here. Heartleaf Philodendron, more of those beautiful begonias for $4.98 in these size containers. Lots of Dracaena. Nothing too exciting going on here. Oh my, it's cold out. So they definitely had a lot of plants. They definitely got new stock, which is exciting, but no Baltics and no Squammies. But they had global green, and they had the Trubei, and they had the Rhaphidophora. They had some begonias, lots of good stuff. My nose is red because it's so cold out. Oh my goodness, it's like, it feels like it's gonna snow. So anyway, they had good stuff, but again, nothing that I'm looking for right now or that I don't already have. So I'm gonna head over to the Home Depot right down the street here. I'm not anticipating that they'll have anything exciting because they don't usually, but we're here, so we're gonna check, and then that is it for this video. So let's go to Home Depot and see what they have. Okay, finally at the last location of the day. This is the Home Depot in Danbury. Usually not anything super exciting going on here, but we like to check anyway because you never know, and it is right down the street. So cute little aluminum plant over here. They've got some hanging cacti. I forget what these are called, dogtail something or other. I genuinely don't know, but feel free to correct me or leave the name of the plant in the comment section below. Lots of chlorophytum hanging up there. And then again, just some regular assorted foliage, some creepy bromeliads, some phoetonias hiding over there. Lots of peace lilies, some dracaena back here. I've had this dracaena in my collection for like 3 years and I can't kill it. Like, I've tried to. I didn't want it anymore. I neglected it and it just kept on thriving anyway. So if you want a plant that you can't kill, I highly recommend the dracaena and not any of these peperomias that you're seeing here because they're thirsty. So if you want a plant that's going to thrive on neglect, dracaena is the way to go. I mean, or even one of these pothos hanging here would be a good option as well. There were some cute little fiddles hanging out down here. I know it's not everybody's favorite plant, but I love my little fiddle. $9.98 for this one. Super cute if you could figure out how to keep them happy. That's really a trick. I mean, you bring them home and they drop a lot of leaves. A lot of the time they just don't like to be moved, really is what it comes down to. But once you find a happy place for them that you can just leave them in, they will thrive for you. So some more big fiddles over here. This beautiful, I think this is a Maranta or some sort of prayer plant. It's in that same family. Some more trending tropicals hanging out over here. Nothing super exciting. Another fiddle. Some more ZZ Ravens. A dead peperomia. And yeah, that's it. I was checking out this cart here with some plants on it that they hadn't opened up yet. I think these are Hawaiian pothos. They have the really big leaves on them that are so stunning. Absolutely love them. Wish I had room for one of these, but I am trying to grow my marble queen really big. I've got her growing up one of my Treleaf planks. So hopefully she'll do something. If you guys want to watch me do that in a video, I'll leave it linked for you so you can do that as well. And then they had some weird grafted cacti over here that caught my eye. Look at the texture on this thing. What are you? Doesn't it look like it came from another planet? I just think it's really cool. And yeah, I mean, that's really it. Shout out to Max too, who said what's up to me while he was working. Definitely always say hi to me if you guys see me wandering around. I don't care how awkward it feels for you. It's awkward for me too, but I love it anyway. It's really cold. I know I said that already, but I don't like it. Anyway, so that was the Home Depot in Danbury, Connecticut. And shout out to Max, who works there. Hi. He just walked up to me and was like, I saw you the other night. And I'm like, you did? Yeah, so that's always fun. I enjoy that. Definitely be weird and be awkward and say hello if you see me just wandering around, sometimes talking to myself, but if there's copyright music, then I'm just literally wandering around filming plants. So anyway, they did have some trending tropicals. Surprisingly, they don't usually, I feel like. And those massive Hawaiian pothos, I'm assuming they're Hawaiian because they're so big. Another day of epically failing to find a Baltic blue or a philodendron squammy. We're just gonna call it squammy because I don't know if it's squamiferum or squamiferum. Ferrum. Anyway, I'm really tired. I've got about another half an hour or so until I'm home, so I'm gonna go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. Go follow David as well. Subscribe to his channel if you want to support him. He wrote a book. The link is down there. Definitely check it out. There's also a join button. If you don't see it, check the link in the description box if you're having a hard time. I appreciate you, fam. If you watched this entire video, leave me It's just cold. The cold emoji, the burr, I'll leave it here. Or like snowflakes, anything cold. If you look at it and it makes you feel cold, leave it in the comment section below, because that is how I feel right now. Ice cubes. Anyway, I appreciate you, fam, and I will see you in the next one.